Welcome to our fascinating journey into the world of fish that can walk on land. It is a realm where the boundaries between aquatic and terrestrial life blur, revealing nature's boundless ingenuity and the remarkable adaptability of its creatures. Here in the liminal spaces where water meets earth, evolution has sculpted some of its most curious and unexpected forms. We shall venture into diverse habitats, from muddy estuaries to rocky coastlines, to witness these extraordinary animals firsthand. Prepare to be astonished by the sheer tenacity and resourcefulness of life. Yes, you heard that right. These incredible creatures have adapted to life both in water and on land. It might seem like a concept plucked from the pages of fantasy, yet it is a stark reality, a testament to the relentless pressures of survival and the incredible plasticity of life. These are not mere evolutionary quirks, but sophisticated biological masterpieces, each fin step on land a declaration of victory over environmental challenges. We will explore the unique anatomical features and behavioral strategies that allow these fish to achieve what seems impossible for their aquatic brethren. Join me, Daniel Lienard, as we delve into the lives of these amphibious pioneers. We will uncover the secrets behind their dual existence, marveling at the physiological marvels that enable them to breathe air, to propel themselves across solid ground, and to thrive in environments that would spell doom for most other fish. This is a story of resilience, of innovation, and of the enduring power of nature to surprise and inspire. Let us embark on this exploration of nature's marvels, where the familiar world of fish takes an astonishing turn. Our first encounter is with the remarkable mud skipper, a true virtuoso of the intertidal zone. These charismatic fish, members of the Gobiidae family, are perhaps the most famous of all land-walking fish, and for good reason. They inhabit the mangrove forests and muddy flats of the Indo-Pacific region, a world that is constantly changing with the rhythm of the tides. Here, the ability to navigate both water and land is not just an advantage, it is a fundamental requirement for survival. The mud skipper has risen to this challenge with an array of astonishing adaptations, making it a living testament to evolutionary artistry. Observe how it perches proudly on a mangrove root, surveying its domain like a tiny amphibious monarch. The mud skipper's most striking feature is its modified pectoral fins. These are not the delicate wafting fins of a typical fish. Instead, they are robust, muscular and jointed, functioning much like primitive limbs. Using these powerful fins, the mud skipper can crutch across the mud, propelling itself forward in a series of deliberate, surprisingly agile movements. It's a gait that appears almost reptilian, a fascinating glimpse into how the first vertebrates might have made their initial forays onto land. This ability allows them to forage for insects, crabs, and other small invertebrates exposed during low tide, exploiting a rich food source unavailable to purely aquatic fish. Their strong pelvic fins are often fused, forming a sucker-like disc that helps them cling to surfaces. But walking is not their only terrestrial talent. Some species of mud skipper are also adept climbers, capable of scaling the tangled roots of mangrove trees and even low-hanging branches. This arboreal agility serves multiple purposes. It provides an escape from aquatic predators, offers a vantage point for spotting prey or rivals, and helps them avoid being submerged by the returning tide if they so choose. Their large, independently moving eyes, perched high on their heads, provide excellent panoramic vision, crucial for detecting danger and opportunity in their complex, dual environment. They can see both above and below the water surface simultaneously, a truly remarkable feat. To survive out of water, mud skippers have also evolved sophisticated methods of breathing air. They possess enlarged gill chambers that can trap a bubble of air, acting like a rudimentary lung. Furthermore, they can absorb oxygen directly through their moist skin and the lining of their mouth and throat, a process known as cutaneous respiration. This requires them to keep their skin damp, which they achieve by periodically rolling in muddy puddles or taking quick dips. This constant need for moisture ties them to the water's edge, but their freedom from continuous submersion is a significant evolutionary leap. The social lives of mud skippers are as dynamic as their environment. Males are fiercely territorial, engaging in elaborate displays to defend their muddy burrows and attract females. These displays can involve energetic fin flaring, head bobbing, and even impressive leaps into the air. They excavate burrows in the soft mud which serve as shelters, nesting sites, and a refuge from temperature extremes. Within these burrows, they can maintain a humid microenvironment, crucial for their air-breathing capabilities. The mud skipper is, without doubt, a creature perfectly sculpted by the demands of its amphibious existence, a true marvel of the natural world. Journeying now to the freshwater habitats of Southeast Asia and Africa, we encounter another extraordinary terrestrial explorer, the climbing perch. This fish has earned its name and indeed its reputation through its astonishing ability to travel overland, often for considerable distances. Unlike the mud skipper, which uses its pectoral fins like crutches, the climbing perch employs a different yet equally effective method of locomotion. It is a testament to the diverse evolutionary pathways that can lead to similar survival strategies, a recurring theme in the grand theatre of nature. This fish embodies resilience, often found in ephemeral water bodies that may dry up, forcing it to seek new aquatic homes. The climbing perch's overland journeys are achieved through a remarkable combination of body movement and specialized anatomical features. It wriggles its robust, elongated body in a serpentine fashion, gaining purchase on the ground. Crucially, it utilizes the sharp, spiny edges of its gill covers, or opercula, to anchor itself and push forward. By alternately flaring and retracting these gill covers, it effectively walks or hitches its way across damp soil, grass, and even low obstacles. This method, though perhaps less elegant than the mud skipper's gait, is surprisingly efficient, allowing it to migrate between ponds, rivers, and flooded fields, especially during rainy seasons. One of the most critical adaptations of the climbing perch is its labyrinth organ, a complex folded structure located above the gills. This specialized organ allows the fish to breathe atmospheric oxygen directly. When the fish is out of water or in oxygen-poor aquatic environments, it can gulp air from the surface, which then passes into the labyrinth organ where oxygen is absorbed into the bloodstream. This adaptation is vital for its terrestrial excursions, enabling it to survive for many hours and sometimes even days out of water, provided it remains moist. This ability is particularly advantageous in tropical regions where seasonal droughts can render ponds uninhabitable. The drive to move overland is often triggered by deteriorating conditions in its current habitat, such as dwindling water levels, deoxygenation, or a scarcity of food. The climbing perch is not merely wandering aimlessly, it is actively seeking more favorable environments. This migratory prowess allows it to colonize new water bodies and escape unfavorable conditions, ensuring the survival of its species. Fishermen have often reported finding these fish far from any discernible water source, a testament to their incredible endurance and navigational abilities, though the precise mechanisms of their navigation remain a subject of ongoing study. The climbing perch's tenacity extends beyond its terrestrial locomotion. It is a hardy fish capable of tolerating a wide range of water conditions, including those with low oxygen levels that would be lethal to many other species. Its diet is omnivorous and opportunistic, feeding on insects, crustaceans, and plant matter. While its climbing moniker might be a slight exaggeration, it doesn't scale trees in the manner of some mud skippers. Its ability to traverse land using its gill covers and body is an undeniable marvel of adaptation, showcasing nature's capacity to equip its creatures for the most challenging of circumstances. Our next subject, the walking catfish, is aptly named, for it too possesses the extraordinary ability to walk across land. Native to Southeast Asia, but now an introduced species in many parts of the world, this catfish is a master of amphibious movement, driven by the need to find new water bodies when its current home becomes unsuitable. Its terrestrial excursions are a common sight, particularly after heavy rains, as it navigates from one pond, ditch, or flooded area to another. This fish is a true survivor, equipped with features that allow it to thrive where others would perish. The walking catfish's method of locomotion on land is quite distinct. It primarily uses its strong, spine-like pectoral fins, which are located just behind the head. By flexing its body and alternately adducting and abducting these rigid pectoral fins, it can propel itself forward in a somewhat awkward yet effective shuffling gait. The fins act like crude stilts or crutches, lifting the anterior part of its body slightly off the ground, while its serpentine body undulates to provide additional thrust. This movement, though not true walking in the mammalian sense, allows it to cover significant distances over moist terrain. Like the climbing perch, the walking catfish is an air breather. It possesses a suprabranchial organ, an accessory breathing structure derived from its gill arches, which is highly vascularized and allows for the efficient uptake of atmospheric oxygen. This organ enables the catfish to survive for extended periods out of water, as long as its skin remains moist. This adaptation is crucial for its overland journeys, which can last for many hours. It's often seen walking at night or during overcast, humid days to minimize desiccation, a common strategy among amphibious creatures. The impetus for these terrestrial travels is usually environmental. Walking catfish often inhabit shallow, stagnant, or ephemeral waters that are prone to drying out or becoming severely deoxygenated. When conditions deteriorate, they are compelled to abandon their aquatic homes and embark on a search for more hospitable waters. This nomadic behavior is a key survival strategy, allowing them to exploit temporary habitats and escape localized environmental crises. Their ability to find new water sources, sometimes crossing roads or fields, is a remarkable display of instinct and endurance. Beyond its walking and air-breathing capabilities, the walking catfish is a highly resilient and adaptable species. It has a broad, omnivorous diet, consuming everything from insects and smaller fish to detritus and plant matter. This dietary flexibility, combined with its tolerance for poor water quality and its amphibious nature, has contributed to its success as an invasive species in some regions. While its spread can pose ecological challenges, one cannot help but admire the sheer biological prowess of the walking catfish, an explorer that truly blurs the lines between aquatic and terrestrial existence. Now we turn our attention to the eel catfish, a group of fish belonging to the family Claridae, which also includes the walking catfish, but with some species exhibiting an even more snake-like form and locomotion. These fascinating creatures found in Africa and Asia have taken the art of terrestrial movement to a different level, relying on a sinuous, eel-like undulation of their entire body. This method is particularly effective in navigating through dense vegetation or across very muddy, slippery surfaces where fin-based movement might be less efficient. Their elongated, flexible bodies are perfectly suited for this serpentine progression. Unlike the more fin-reliant walking catfish, many eel catfish species propel themselves on land primarily by lateral undulations of their long, muscular bodies, much like a snake moving across the ground or an eel swimming through water. Their pectoral fins, though present, may play a less prominent role in terrestrial locomotion for some species, or they may be used in conjunction with the body waves for stability and minor thrust. This powerful, rhythmic contraction of muscles along their flanks allows them to slide and wriggle with surprising speed and agility, making them adept at traversing challenging terrains between water bodies. Similar to their relatives, eel catfish are equipped with accessory air-breathing organs. These structures, often complex dendritic or tree-like formations associated with the gill arches, allow them to extract oxygen directly from the atmosphere. This is an essential adaptation for their terrestrial forays, as well as for surviving in oxygen-depleted waters, which are common in their natural habitats of swamps, marshes, and slow-moving rivers. The ability to breathe air grants them the freedom to leave the water for extended periods, provided they can maintain a moist skin surface to prevent desiccation. The eel catfish's lifestyle often necessitates these overland journeys. They are frequently found in environments that are subject to seasonal changes, including periods of drought that can cause ponds and streams to shrink or disappear entirely. When their aquatic home becomes untenable, they must embark on these perilous land crossings to find new, more stable water sources. Their elongated bodies are also advantageous for burrowing into mud, where they can wait out dry spells, a behavior known as estivation, further showcasing their remarkable adaptability to fluctuating environmental conditions. These nocturnal or crepuscular hunters are formidable predators in their aquatic environments, feeding on a variety of fish, amphibians, and invertebrates. Their sensory systems, including well-developed barbels around the mouth, help them locate prey in murky waters and even on land during their nocturnal excursions. The eel catfish, with its unique blend of piscine and serpentine characteristics, is a compelling example of how evolution can shape an organism to exploit the narrow and often challenging interface between water and land, a true master of amphibious survival. We now encounter a fish renowned for its predatory prowess and its remarkable ability to thrive both in water and, for periods, on land, the snakehead fish. Native to parts of Asia and Africa, various species of snakehead have gained notoriety worldwide, partly due to their invasive potential, but also for their fascinating biological adaptations. Their elongated, torpedo-shaped bodies, large mouths filled with sharp teeth, and distinctive snake-like head give them a formidable appearance, befitting their role as apex predators in many freshwater ecosystems they inhabit. Snakeheads are obligate air breathers, meaning they must have access to atmospheric oxygen to survive, even when fully submerged in well-oxygenated water. They possess suprabranchial chambers, similar to those found in walking catfish, which function as primitive lungs. Young snakeheads have gills, but as they mature, their reliance on air breathing increases. This adaptation is not just a survival mechanism for oxygen-poor waters, it is fundamental to their physiology and enables their terrestrial excursions. They regularly come to the surface to gulp air, a behavior that is essential for their respiration. When conditions necessitate, such as a drying pond or the pursuit of new territory, snakeheads are capable of moving over land. They achieve this using a wriggling motion, flexing their muscular bodies and using their pectoral fins for leverage and propulsion. While not as specialized for walking as mud skippers, their ability to traverse moist ground for short to moderate distances is well documented. This allows them to migrate between water bodies, expanding their range and escaping unfavorable conditions. Their capacity to survive out of water for several days, provided they remain damp, is a key factor in their success. The aggressive nature of the snakehead is legendary. They are voracious predators, feeding on other fish, amphibians, crustaceans, insects, and even small mammals or birds that venture too close to the water's edge. Their powerful jaws and sharp teeth make them highly effective hunters. This predatory drive, combined with their air-breathing capabilities and terrestrial mobility, makes them incredibly resilient and adaptable. In areas where they have been introduced, they can significantly impact native ecosystems due to their competitiveness and lack of natural predators. Snakeheads also exhibit fascinating parental care. Many species build nests from aquatic vegetation, and both parents, or sometimes just one, will guard the eggs and newly hatched fry with fierce protectiveness. They will aggressively defend their offspring from any perceived threat, further highlighting their robust and assertive nature. The snakehead fish, a creature of both ecological concern in some regions and biological marvel in all, stands as a powerful example of an amphibious predator, perfectly equipped by evolution to conquer diverse and challenging environments. Our journey now takes us to the unique and often harsh environment of mangrove forests, home to a tiny yet extraordinarily resilient fish, the mangrove rivulus Cryptolebius marmoratus. This small, unassuming fish, typically only a few centimeters long, possesses an astonishing array of adaptations that allow it to survive in conditions that would be lethal to most other aquatic life. It is a true extremophile, pushing the boundaries of what it means to be a fish, particularly in its ability to spend extended periods out of water. One of the mangrove rivulus's most remarkable feats is its capacity to live out of water for weeks, even months at a time. When the brackish pools and channels they inhabit dry up or become too saline or anoxic, these fish will seek refuge inside damp, rotting logs, crab burrows, or even within moist leaf litter. Here in these terrestrial hideaways, they enter a state of immersion, waiting for favorable conditions to return. This ability is virtually unparalleled among vertebrates that retain a fundamentally fish-like bowplan. The key to this incredible survival strategy lies in their modified respiratory system. While they possess gills for aquatic respiration, during immersion, the mangrove rivulus relies heavily on cutaneous respiration, breathing through its skin. Its skin is highly vascularized, allowing for the direct uptake of atmospheric oxygen and the release of carbon dioxide, provided the skin remains moist. They also alter their metabolism, reducing their energy expenditure and producing substances that help protect their cells from damage during these stressful periods. This physiological flexibility is truly astounding for such a small creature. Another fascinating aspect of the mangrove rivulus is its reproductive strategy. It is one of the only known self-fertilizing hermaphroditic vertebrates. Most individuals possess both male and female reproductive organs, ovotestes, and can produce eggs and sperm simultaneously, fertilizing their own eggs internally. This ensures reproductive success even in isolated populations or when mates are scarce, a significant advantage in their often fragmented and challenging habitat. Occasionally, true males are produced, allowing for outcrossing and maintaining genetic diversity. The mangrove rivulus is a master of survival in an environment characterized by extreme fluctuations in salinity, temperature, oxygen levels, and water availability. Their ability to abandon the aquatic realm entirely for extended periods, coupled with their unique reproductive biology, makes them a subject of intense scientific interest. They offer invaluable insights into how organisms adapt to environmental stress and the evolutionary pathways that can lead to such extraordinary life histories. This tiny fish, hidden within the mangrove's embrace, is a giant of resilience. We now shift our focus to the rocky intertidal zones of the North American Pacific coast, the dynamic and often turbulent home of the woolly sculpin. This small, mottled fish is a master of camouflage, blending seamlessly with the barnacle-encrusted rocks and seaweed-strewn pools it inhabits. But its survival skills extend beyond mere concealment. The woolly sculpin is another remarkable example of a fish that can voluntarily leave the water, navigating the exposed terrain between tide pools during low tide. The woolly sculpin's terrestrial forays are typically short-distance affairs, driven by the need to escape unfavorable conditions in a drying tide pool, evade aquatic predators, or find new, richer feeding grounds when a pool becomes too warm, too saline, or depleted of oxygen. These sculpins have been observed to hop or crawl across exposed rocks and algae to reach a more suitable body of water. They use their broad pectoral fins, which are quite robust for leverage and propulsion, pushing against the substrate to move. Like many intertidal fish that experience periodic air exposure, the woolly sculpin is capable of aerial respiration. While they primarily rely on their gills when submerged, they can absorb some oxygen through their skin when out of water, provided they remain moist. Their tolerance for air exposure is quite impressive for a fish that doesn't possess specialized air-breathing organs like labyrinth organs or suprabranchial chambers. This ability is crucial for surviving the often harsh conditions of the intertidal zone, where they can be stranded for hours between high tides. These fish are well adapted to the physical stresses of their environment. Their scaleless, tough skin, often covered in cirri, small, fleshy projections that give them their woolly appearance, likely helps to reduce desiccation and provide some protection against abrasion as they move over rough surfaces. Their bodies are somewhat flattened, allowing them to shelter in crevices and under rocks, further protecting them from wave action and aerial predators like birds during their terrestrial jaunts. They are opportunistic feeders, preying on small crustaceans, worms, and other invertebrates found in tide pools. The woolly sculpin's ability to navigate the amphibious landscape of the intertidal zone showcases a different facet of terrestrial adaptation in fish. It's not about long-distance migration, but rather about fine-scale habitat selection and escape responses in a highly variable environment. Their short bursts of land travel are critical survival maneuvers, allowing them to exploit the patchwork of aquatic refuges that dot the shoreline. This little fish, often overlooked, is a testament to the subtle yet vital ways in which life adapts to the constant challenges posed by the ever-changing interface of sea and land. Our exploration continues along rugged coastlines where we encounter the aptly named rock skipper. a type of blenny renowned for its agility on land. These small, energetic fish are true denizens of the splash zone and upper intertidal areas, environments where the sea meets sheer rock faces and boulder fields. Here, the ability to move effectively out of water is not just an occasional necessity, but a core part of their lifestyle, allowing them to forage, find shelter, and even engage in social interactions on exposed surfaces. Rock skippers belonging to genera such as and propel themselves across rocks with remarkable dexterity. They use their strong, fleshy pectoral fins, which are modified for gripping and pushing in a coordinated manner to hop or skip from one point to another. Their pelvic fins are often reduced or positioned more anteriorly, aiding in clinging to vertical or overhanging rock surfaces. This movement is surprisingly rapid and precise, enabling them to navigate complex three-dimensional terrains that would be impossible for most other fish. A key adaptation for their terrestrial lifestyle is their ability to breathe air. While they retain gills for aquatic respiration, rock skippers can also absorb oxygen through their skin and the lining of their mouths, much like mud skippers. They must keep their skin moist to facilitate this, and are often seen in areas wetted by spray or retreating waves. Their large eyes, positioned high on their heads, provide excellent vision for spotting prey, such as small algae and invertebrates, as well as for detecting predators like birds or crabs, both in and out of the water. The rocky intertidal zone is a challenging habitat, subject to pounding waves, extreme temperature fluctuations, and prolonged periods of immersion. Rock skippers have evolved to thrive in these conditions. Their bodies are often streamlined yet robust, and they possess a strong homing instinct, returning to specific territories or crevices. Their ability to cling tightly to rock surfaces, even amidst crashing waves, is crucial for survival. When the tide recedes, they are not stranded. Rather, they become active terrestrial foragers. The social behavior of rock skippers can also extend onto land. Males may defend territories on exposed rocks, engaging in visual displays to ward off rivals or attract females. Their amphibious nature allows them to exploit resources and occupy niches that are unavailable to purely aquatic or purely terrestrial organisms. The rock skipper, with its lively hopping and remarkable adaptations to a life lived on the very edge of the ocean, is a vibrant example of evolutionary innovation in a demanding and dynamic environment. We now focus on a particularly athletic group of intertidal specialists, the Pacific leaping blennies, scientifically known as. These remarkable fish, found on the rocky shorelines of islands in the Pacific Ocean such as Guam and Samoa, have taken terrestrial locomotion to an almost aerial level. They are not content with merely crawling or hopping. These blennies are capable of impressive leaps, propelling themselves through the air from rock to rock, or to escape incoming waves or predators. Their lifestyle is predominantly terrestrial, a truly astonishing feat for a fish. The leaping blenny's primary mode of movement on land involves a powerful flick of its tail, combined with coordinated use of its pectoral and pelvic fins. To make a leap, it first curls its body and then rapidly straightens its tail, launching itself upwards and forwards. The pectoral fins help with stability and steering during these jumps, and also assist in gripping the rock surfaces upon landing. This method allows them to traverse surprisingly large gaps and navigate the treacherous, wave-swept rocks with astonishing agility. They are true acrobats of the intertidal zone. These blennies spend the vast majority of their time out of water, clinging to vertical rock faces in the splash zone, often well above the high tide line. They have evolved significant adaptations to cope with this terrestrial existence. Like other amphibious fish, they can breathe air through their skin and buccal cavity, needing to stay moist, which they achieve through wave splash or by briefly re-entering rock pools. Their eyes are well adapted for aerial vision, allowing them to spot tiny prey such as algae and small invertebrates which they scrape from the rock surfaces. The challenges of a terrestrial life for a fish are immense, including desiccation, temperature fluctuations, and gravity. Pacific leaping blennies have developed behavioral and physiological strategies to overcome these. They are often found in shaded crevices or areas kept damp by sea spray to avoid drying out. Their ability to tolerate higher temperatures than many purely aquatic fish is also crucial. Their entire life cycle, including feeding, courtship, and territorial defense, occurs largely on these exposed rock faces, making them one of the most land-adapted fish species known. The social dynamics of these blennies are also played out on this rocky stage. Males are territorial and will perform elaborate displays, including head bobbing and fin flaring to defend their patch of rock and attract females. The sight of these small fish leaping across wave-battered cliffs, living a life more akin to a lizard than a typical fish, is a profound reminder of the incredible diversity of life and the surprising evolutionary paths that can be taken. The Pacific leaping blenny is a true champion of terrestrial adaptation among fishes. Our final marvel is the aptly named four-eyed fish belonging to the genus. Found in the brackish and fresh waters of Central and South America, these fish possess one of the most extraordinary visual adaptations in the entire animal kingdom. While they are not primarily land walkers in the same vein as mudskippers or snakeheads, their unique eyes allow them to operate with remarkable efficiency at the interface of water and air. And they do engage in short terrestrial movements when navigating very shallow areas or stranded by receding tides. The four eyes are, in reality, two eyes, but each eye is horizontally divided into two distinct halves, each with its own pupil. The upper half of the eye is adapted for vision in air, while the lower half is adapted for vision underwater. This remarkable anatomical specialization allows them to cruise along the water surface, simultaneously scanning for aerial predators like birds from above, and for aquatic prey or threats from below. It is a perfect adaptation for life in the vulnerable surface layer of the water. When swimming at the surface, the waterline precisely bisects each eye. The lens itself is oval-shaped and its thickness varies, providing different refractive powers for the aerial and aquatic portions of the eye. This means the fish can focus on objects in both media at the same time, a feat of biological engineering that is truly astounding. This dual vision gives them an unparalleled awareness of their surroundings, crucial for survival in their often complex and predator-rich environments, such as mangrove estuaries and tidal flats. While primarily aquatic, their exceptional vision and surface-dwelling habits mean they are intimately connected with the terrestrial environment. They often forage in very shallow waters along shorelines, where they might briefly expose their bodies or use their pectoral fins to push themselves over mudflats if stranded or moving between pools. Their diet consists mainly of insects that fall onto the water surface, as well as algae and small aquatic invertebrates. Their upward-looking aerial vision is perfectly suited for spotting these terrestrial insects. The four-eyed fish, therefore, represents a different kind of adaptation to the air-water interface. It's not about prolonged terrestrial excursions, but about mastering the visual challenges of this boundary zone. Their unique eyes are a testament to the power of natural selection to craft highly specialized sensory organs that provide a distinct survival advantage. Observing these fish as they glide along the water's surface, their divided eyes ever watchful, is to witness a creature perfectly attuned to its dual world, a living periscope navigating the complexities of its amphibious frontier. Isn't nature just amazing? These fish have evolved in extraordinary ways to survive both in water and on land. From the mudskipper's acrobatic climbs to the four-eyed fish's divided vision, we have witnessed a stunning gallery of adaptation. Each creature we've met today has forged its own unique path to navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by the boundary between aquatic and terrestrial realms. Their diverse strategies for locomotion, respiration, and sensory perception highlight the incredible plasticity of life and the relentless drive of evolution to find solutions. These amphibious pioneers remind us that the categories we often use to define the natural world are far more fluid than we might imagine. A fish is not solely confined to the water. Life finds a way, pushing boundaries and redefining possibilities. The existence of these walking, hopping, and air-breathing fish enriches our understanding of biodiversity and the intricate connections within ecosystems. They are a source of wonder, a testament to millions of years of evolutionary refinement, and a vital part of the complex tapestry of life on our planet. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible nature facts. By supporting channels like this, you help us continue to bring these stories of the natural world to a wider audience. There are countless more wonders to explore, countless more creatures with astonishing tales to tell. Join us again as we continue our journey into the heart of nature's marvels, uncovering the beauty, ingenuity, and resilience that surrounds us every day. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.